I'm sure we've all lost enough people. Some things we wish we didn't have.
What's up, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here, and we are back with Build It, Drift to Kill It. Just before it happens, I want to apologize if I start coughing. I'm not sick, but I don't know, the gum I was chewing is making me want to cough. Anyway. So before we get into this week's car, we have to get into this week's song, of course. And this week, it is the Walking Dead theme. It's the WOBBLER drum step remix. If you want to go... go see WOBBLER stuff. I do love myself a bit of drum steps. Probably one of my favorite genres under drum and bass and progressive house when it comes to electronic music. Good tune, I like it. And his Facebook and SoundCloud descriptions are in this. His Facebook and SoundCloud links are in the description below. If you want to go check him out, let him know I sent you. Go for it. You will find nothing but happiness and wubs. So. Now we're getting into this week's car, which is the Celica GT4 or Celica GT4, however you pronounce it, wow, I can talk today. From wherever you're from. This car is a famous, very, very famous rally car. It's famous for having the Castrol green, white, and red, or green, yeah, white, red, and green livery on it. It's a pretty famous car within the Japanese car fan network. Didn't know how it was going to fare as a drift car. I think I made one either on this game or on Forza 3. But I switched it to a B-Class race car if I made it in Forza 4. I remember it being very not good. And then I tried it on Sunset, and that kind of solidified what I was thinking. It's like, wow, this really isn't all that great. So I, took a chance, and I tried to shorten the front tires, or I don't know, thin the front tires. I made them thinner, and then I took off the street tires. So this build is not the build that you saw me build, because, wow, see, build 5 times fast, I guess. But the issue was it was a little twitchy to start out with. So I tried that, and this car is weird because it has a characteristic I don't think I've ever seen on another drift car that I've ever played with. It gets noticeably, and that's the key word here, noticeably different the more you go. I don't know if it's the tire pressure, if it's tire heat. Of course, this is a public lobby, so there's no damage, but the heat of your tire can still go up and affect your handling. The first lap, this car felt butts. It felt super butts, like very twitchy. You could see, even though I'm on a controller, I still feel like I'm smooth-ish. It was very, very twitchy, and it felt like it had no power, even though it's maxed out. And it's only weighs 2,300 pounds. So I figured 500 horsepower should be plenty. And it felt like underpowered. I'm sitting here going like, what the hell, you know? And the rear end was a little too loose for me, a little too slippery, I guess it were. And that's what she said before you guys make the joke. It just felt... There's a good kind of unpredictable and there's a bad kind of unpredictable, and it was the bad kind of unpredictable. But now that we're halfway through the second lap, it's almost like either I get used to the car or the car kind of comes into its own. You know, I never had a problem with like cars really changing over time. Sometimes they do get a bit grippier, but you know, maybe that's what this car needed, was a little bit more grip all around, because it kind of settled down. You know, it said okay, you know, it still had the power problem. It still felt like it needed like another 50 horse. But other than that, like the handling itself was fine. Like it wasn't super darty, and like the farther it went, little bit lazier the front end got. I don't know if that's because the rear got more grip or the front got less, but it definitely got better handling and a little bit more predictable. I still, again, was having problems with the power. I got outclassed here in this lobby, basically just because I feel like my car was underpowered. And it wasn't. That's the thing. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just these long tracks. Maybe if you tried on Tsukuba or Iberian Mini or something like that, it'll feel great. But to me, on this track, on Maple and on Sunset, it felt like it needed at least another 50 horsepower. But again, I think the car looks alright. You know, I'm kind of a fan of it. It's a love or hate thing. I think the front end looks real sleek. It's compact design, not a bad looking car, has a lot of history within the auto world. It sounds great too in game. It sounds kind of like a Subaru, and it's funny because it has the same problem as a Subaru. As the Subaru, especially the 22B I did recently, within the past couple weeks or months or whatever. It feels like it's got more to give. It feels like, you know, like, because I just do these quick tunes and I go online and I see how they do. Basically, almost all the tunes are the same, and if I sit there tweaking tunes with a fine-tooth comb, it kind of gets rid of the element of the car, of that outlier. But the Subaru always felt like, you know, it's okay, but it feels like it can be better. I feel like with a bit more fine-tuning and a bit more of me getting used to the chassis and to the engine, this car could be something half decent, maybe even like decently good. It's not going to be super duper fast, because it is like a low or high, mid to high A class. There you go, that's what I was looking for. So it's not going to be a bullet like a Viper or anything. So tandem lobbies, maybe not. Maybe stay away from, like, unless you're running with like super slow people. But if you're just going in a lobby to have fun or whatever, you know, it might be a good car to pull out if you put some work into it and put some time into it. Unfortunately, that's the way of the beast. Not every car is like an R34 or a Mustang where you can throw almost any tune on it and it works. Some cars need a little bit more tweaking, and I think this is one of them. So if you want to take my tune, go for it. It's not perfect. It does need a little bit of work. But if you want to take my tune, again, that's why I post these, is to give you guys a review and to give you a tune to use. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Please like if you liked the video and subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this one. If you don't get the reference, then you're not cool. Thank you very much. Goodbye.